This guy was rejected by a woman who refused to let him touch her.
I want to be a bitch. That's you're bad.
Your mom's the bitch.
Okay.
Whatever.
What'd you say?
Oh, he's on top of
What'd
like.
you say?
You a
I heard it. Don't even worry about it. It's okay.
I'm not racial.
Clearly you are.
Never be a woman.
Clearly you are. You're trying to be tough as for
You
what?
will never
You're arguing with a female for what?
You're always a bitch. You will never
You will never.
I
think that's not funny.
How are you?
He's upset because he's missed.
Is that man bothering you?
Yes.
Sorry. He totally hard-R'd you earlier.
Manny Barrages, a newly licensed cosmetologist from Los Angeles, California, has since gone private after...
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Thank you so much for clicking on this episode. I really do appreciate your love and support on this channel. So on our today's episode, we are looking at this quite disturbing video, especially for the black women. So a group of 3 men are facing a huge backlash after sitting quietly down laughing at a Mexican man verbally insulting a black woman, and these men sat there and said nothing. And this was not like a 1-minute interaction or like a few seconds. It went on ahead, and these black men even had the audacity. One of them had the audacity to actually repeat when this woman asked, like, what did he say? This man had the audacity to repeat the same words that this Latino or this Mexican man used against these black women. And black men want to come on the internet and tell us black women are aggressive when you are just gonna sit there without defending your women. You want to come and tell us that you cannot date black women because they are loud and ghetto. Because how do you expect me not to be loud when you're not there to support me? How do you expect me not to be aggressive when you're not there to protect me? You're supposed to be protecting your women, but you're just sitting there comfortably watching and laughing as another man from another race is insulting a woman from your race just because she's not your sister, just because she's not your girlfriend, just because she's not your mama. You don't feel like you have any right to defend that woman from another man? Would this be the case if this woman was being beaten? Would this be the case if this guy was trying to take out this woman? Would you still be sitting there and do nothing about it? I don't know, guys. This video actually made me very angry after watching it and after seeing how black men, not all black men, but a good number of them are always out here talking very ill of black women, and it's quite sad. I want us to watch these videos together, guys. Every clip and every stitch that you'll be seeing on our today's episode, credits belongs to the original creators of these videos that you're seeing on your screens. If you're coming across this channel for the first time, my good name is Gracey D. Kindly consider subscribing to this channel, give this video a like, and let me know what your thoughts are on the comment section. So let's dive right ahead and we'll come back with more commentary.
Oh, he's on top of like.
You a bitch.
I heard it. Don't even worry about it. It's okay.
Traitors! Do you see how Mrs. Sawtooth, with the same hue of complexion, laughed so hard that you seen that Mrs. Sawtooth and repeated the terrible, disgusting, deplorable, racist things that Flamin' Hot was saying. Flaming Hot eyebrows was plucked thinner than mine. You know, Hager hat. The reason why this even happened in the first place is because old Flamin' literally went up to a couple, a girl, and hugged one of them from behind. And they was like, hold up, what are you doing? Denied him, and the ego was bruised. Cause you know the steroids and got to the membrane, made them a little insane. But the fact that black men, first of all, they didn't intervene. I don't know why. It's okay. And we know, they'll be, oh, well, I don't got to say nothing if you ain't my mama or you ain't my sister. We ain't got to step up. Okay, but to indulge, to participate, to repeat that nastiness, and to laugh so hard that you're showing that missing. What y'all think about this? What y'all think about this? Protect black women. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. We need to find out who at that table. We need to find out who that was, because it's one thing to be a bystander, but to participate and to repeat that and to laugh and kiki and cackle, unacceptable. Treason.
You ain't gonna do nothing, black man? You ain't gonna do nothing, black man?
Clearly you are. Never be a woman.
The fact that there were 3 black men who sat by, because they didn't stand up and do anything. They sat by and let that man call that black woman the hard ER. I don't care if they gay or not. They still a man. They let that black woman get called the hard ER and didn't do anything. Weakness. And then one of them even repeated the statement. He called you a BITCH. He called you a ER BITCH. Yeah, but why yo BITCH behind not getting up to do something about it? Huh? This is why black women don't feel protected around black men. Don't matter if they gay or straight. Just black men, period. Because that's what a lot of black men do. When a woman is getting harassed or attacked or whatever, men, a lot of black men, sit by and just let that stuff happen. Won't do shit. Won't do nothing. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
You're always a bitch. Bitch, you never
Already know who he is, so stick around for that. Meanwhile, Oaklawn, Dallas-Fort Worth, a lesbian couple and some friends of theirs are out to grab some tacos. A random man came up behind us, initially friendly, and engaged us in conversation. We responded accordingly, talking back and laughing. However, he then attempted to grab my friend from behind. She said, "Whoa." He immediately became defensive because she didn't want him touching her and in her personal space. He said he's in the mafia and we needed to watch out. It's essential to acknowledge that touching strangers without their consent is unacceptable, and becoming this offended when they decline is unwarranted. Her girlfriend intervened, telling him to chill out. The situation escalated literally because he didn't think he should have to respect personal boundaries. And by escalated, they mean he drops the N-bomb on them multiple times. Something that stood out, it was weird to me that he said, "You'll always be a man." I was like, is anyone in your group a trans woman? And she goes, no, one has some masculine features, but we're all cis-born women. And he felt that that was the appropriate response because they didn't want to be touched. Now, I reached out to her because I saw her video, and then as she was like writing that story to me, I was doing digging. And around the time she finished writing me that story, I sent her this and said, "Look familiar?" Also, just as an added thing, more than just the face, you may notice this like tribal tattoo on his ribs here. And what's that peeking out right there? Funny thing is, they had uploaded their video and then it got taken down by TikTok. But it must have gotten to some people who know him because he had already deleted his Instagram. But you forgot about that TikTok. Or maybe you just thought no one would find it, despite the fact it has the same username as your Instagram. Oh, and then there's that Twitter account that you don't seem too active on these days, but that is where I got that picture. And even though you deleted that Instagram, it still comes up in searches, and your Instagram just happened to have your full name on it. Isn't that right, Manny Barajas, newly licensed cosmetologist? At least you were newly licensed when you set up this LinkedIn. I'm wondering, do you still work here at this place in San Diego? Is that still your employer, or have you moved on from that job because you're just so charming and engaging? You know, Manny, I'm not sure why the black men who were sitting there were comfortable with you using that language and speaking that way toward black women. But you're going to find that that is not a common trend. That the majority of society thinks what you did was vile and disgusting.
Who was those men who decided on themselves to sit at the table and watch that white man disrespect those black women? All because they would not allow that man to touch them inappropriately and not keep his goddamn hands to himself. I got a whole bone to pick with about this whole situation, because the first issue that I have is those men sitting there acting like they didn't see nothing and then proceed to repeat what that man said and not stand up for it. bone to pick with is this man deliberately didn't give no respect towards these women. Proceed to put his hands on them, and when they told them that they are not okay with that, and then proceed to call them an N-word several times, and many of people that was in that location heard him, and they didn't stand for them. Black women, nobody's gonna come and run and save us. Nobody's gonna come and put the cape on, as we've been for many of years, put the cape on and save every damn body. When it comes down to us, we don't get the same level of respect as the next individual. So we gotta learn how to get some self-defense classes. We gotta get dangerous sometimes. Y'all know what I'm talking about? We gotta learn how to protect ourselves, because at the end of the day, it's been proven time and time again, nobody's gonna come and save us at all. Period. Point blank. As a mother who has a daughter who is part of the LGBTQ community, I don't stand for this shit at the fuck all. And what I'm gonna tell you right now is, if that would have been my child, as a law student, I want my daughter to go pursue charges because you violated her. She did not give you consent to touch her, and you proceed to break that. Piss me off.
This is for my black women and my black women only. Continue being you. Don't change for nobody. No race, no gender. Continue being you. Because at the end of the day, nobody's going to have our back. Nobody's going to protect us. Nobody is going to be there for us but us. I just watched a video of the man disrespecting those black women because they did not want him to touch them. And I didn't even get irritated with him because that's what they do. But the 3 black men that sat right there and did not stand up, did not say anything, did not protect those women at all, that's why we're so hard-bodied. That's why anytime some shit pop off, we always the first ones to say something, because we know that we're not protected. They didn't say shit to protect them. They going back and forth with this man. You got 3 grown-ass black men sitting right here not saying anything, not protecting us. That's why when y'all say, oh, we not our ancestors, I laugh. Because they was dying behind their people. They were dying behind their people. Y'all are some, oh my God, I'm so irritated. Y'all, man, whatever. Black women, be exactly what the fuck they think we are. I'm done. I'm so fucking sick of people playing with us, man.
I'm not gonna tell you no real lie. When are black women are gonna be protected by they black men that they love so much and embrace? My thing about it is that how can 3 black men sit at the table and think that shit is hilarious and funny to see a black woman get verbally assaulted and think that shit is okay? First of all and foremost, when y'all wonder why black women are so strong and why we not in our soft girl era, that's because our femininity is always being tested. That's because we have to be more masculine than feminine. That's why when y'all holler about, oh, you too hard for me. Well, motherfucker, I'm hard because you refuse to let me be soft. So with that being said, I have no other choice to be strong, because who gonna have my back? You mean to tell me 3 black men, I don't give a fuck if you part of the rainbow society or you a part of the straight society. The thing about it is, you see a woman 9 times out of 10 that fit the looks of some woman in your family that have catered to you, have carried you, have nurtured you, and you gonna let somebody disrespect you. How many times we gotta keep on seeing videos of different men from different nationalities, from different races, for different cultures disrespect black women? They do it because they know they can. They do it because they know that nobody's gonna jump in. That's why they do it. That's why they do it. And they realize is that I'm a man, you a woman, and I'm stronger than you. I'm so tired of this narrative of y'all want black women to be so soft, but how can we be soft when at our weakest moments, y'all make us rise to the occasion to be as masculine and as manly as y'all who watch this shit go down? Get what I'm saying? What happened to back in the days? I realize is that generation is changing, but when it comes down to respect, we have lost that. We have lost that for our community, for the children, and for the mothers, for the women. And that's why certain women have this narrative in their head. Fuck y'all, black men. Sorry, not sorry.
Manny Barajas, a newly licensed cosmetologist from Los Angeles, California, has since gone private after...
Mr. Barajas, you stepped in, huh? You wanted so much attention when you was doing your sucker shit, though. Got mad at that baby because she wouldn't let you taste the rainbow. You tried to get a handful of Skittles and she was like, get off, what the hell? Don't touch me. And then you just went in. And then the 3 and I use the term men loosely, the 3 melanin blessed men did nothing to defend or protect that woman. Her space was invaded, and when she spoke up for herself, it became problematic. Make it make sense. Rest in our femininity, huh? We too hard, huh? But anyway, Mr. Barras. Let me know how that salon doing. You could have turned that into a money-making event, baby. Oh, you could have turned the money as energy, and your energy was messed up. You ain't gonna amount to shit as long as you got that up on you, and you keep trying to fling it off on people when they don't want no bother about you. They never will want bother about you when you carrying that kind of energy up on you and you trying to unload it on people. Are you crazy? You don't know nothing about nothing, huh, sir? Poor baby. Y'all pray for Manny. He gonna need it. But I'm gonna make him famous though right now though, because he wanted attention. So I'm putting him on YouTube and all my platforms. Y'all, I'm gonna do that for you, Bookie.
So y'all just gonna sit y'all big black ass right there? He called you a nigga bitch. What?
Happy Saturday, family. How y'all doing? I got time today. We need to have a discussion. Black men only. Black women only. We need to have a conversation. So since when did it become okay to allow any man to disrespect someone that could look like your mother, your sister, your cousin, your niece, your co-worker, the lady that clean your building, the parking lady? Come on now. It's time for us to have a conversation, a real conversation. What's really going on here? Like, not one man in that video, if you go back and look at it, said a thing. Had the nerve to repeat it. He should have been slapped in his mouth. Just for repeating.
So guys, I saw this video and it actually made me very sad, especially at these 3 men that are just sitting here, as you've seen on the video, and I'm thinking that this is funny to a point that they found it fun for it to make them laugh. When a black woman is being insulted by another man from a different race, and you want to sit there and laugh about it as if it's a joke, it's quite sad, because men, or the number of times I've seen black men on social media insulting and downgrading black women, some even going ahead on saying that they will never date a black woman for no good reason. Maybe probably because you want to say that black women are masculine and are aggressive when you're not there to stand for them, when you're not there to protect them. You just want to sit there and laugh about it when a woman that looks like your mom, the one that gave birth to you, is being insulted by another man. 1 man against 3 men, and you did nothing about it, and you are quite comfortable with it. It's quite sad, because looking at how black women are always supporting black men in so many ways, it's sad. Like, I was doing my own research, and you'll see like black women supporting black men like in justice related contexts, like 85% to 95%. Most studies and historical analysis shows consistently high support from black women for issues affecting black men, especially around police brutality and systematic injustice. So many times we've seen black women starting protests and working on behalf of black men. And these men were just gonna sit down and laugh about this as if nothing happened. Protests and movements that black women have always been there supporting black men. Like, black women were central to movements like Say His Name, organizing for justice for men like George Floyd, Eric Garner, Tamir Rice, and others. Black women have always been there emotional and community labor. They often lead to or contribute to organizing, nurturing, and protecting black men within families, communities, and activities spaces. Voting and political power. You saw 92% of black women voted for what was in the best interest of each and every person, more so the black man and the black woman. Black women have one of the highest voter turnout rates among all demographics and often vote for policies and leaders aligned with protecting black lives, including black men. And these men sat down there and did nothing. Cultural defense, from defending black men in public discourse to challenging negative media stereotypes, black women have historically stood as vocal protectors and advocates. And these men still sat there and laughed about it when a black woman was being insulted or verbally assaulted by these men. And they had the audacity to repeat what this man said. You know, it's quite sad. I know, yes, we should be focusing on this guy that was actually doing all this, but it's quite hurting seeing that another man will come and insult a woman and you just be comfortably sitting there and laughing about it as if it's a joke. You know, there is a lot that's coming to my mind when I'm thinking about these men. Like, what if this was a different scenario? What if this was a scenario of a black woman was being raped or being unalived, or something was being done to this black woman and you found it very interesting for you to sit there and laugh about it? It's quite sad. I don't know what was going through their minds, guys. I don't know what they were thinking when they found it very interesting for them to laugh about it. It just made me so mad, like thinking of the number of times that I actually always see black men on social media saying the reasons as to why they are traveling to get wives from different parts of the world, or as to why they actually prefer to marry Caucasian rather than marrying a black woman when they don't want to be there. Like, who raised these men? Sometimes I just sit there and wonder, like, who raised these men? Were these men raised by a black woman? Just the other day, I did a video of a black woman that was talking very ill about black women. And it's always videos of black men talking ill of black women. And I get to ask myself this: can't you just move on, date the race that you want to date quietly without involving the black women in this? For all these men that are always doing videos insulting and coming for black women. So to this guy that's very angry that this woman didn't want to be touched by him, it's just crazy. Like, why is it so hard for some men to just accept that they've been rejected? And this woman, especially like when I don't know you, you just met me, we were just having a conversation, and all of a sudden you just want your hands all over my body. No, it doesn't work like that. I don't know you and you don't have the right to come. And it's crazy because so many men do this. They feel like they have the right to touch any woman as they want, even if it's a stranger. It's crazy because I've seen it happening so many times, and some men, like these men sitting down, they think it's right and they're in support of that. They're in support of any man coming and harassing a woman, or they want to call them names because this woman didn't want to talk to this man because I don't know you. You are a stranger. You don't even have the right to go and start touching me or putting your hands on me. Just because I responded to you when you started a conversation doesn't mean that I'm giving you the right to come and be all over my body. Doesn't mean that I've given you a right for you to feel like now you know me better and now I can do whatever I want to you. Just because I've responded to you doesn't mean that I'm desperate for a man as a woman. Why is it so hard for some men to understand this? Because I mean, if I'm talking to you, it does not mean that I'm interested in you. I'm just being a normal human who, like, when you start a conversation, of course, I'm going to talk back to you. I want to respond to you. I don't want to be walking out there and people are talking to me and label me as a bitter woman because I don't want to talk to nobody. But it's because of such cases that you find even some of us women don't want to have any discussion with men that we don't know, men that are strangers. We'd rather keep quiet, rather have than having this experience that this woman was experiencing with this man, just simply because she told this guy that no, you're not supposed to be touching me. And I'm in full support of this, because nowadays it's crazy. Someone might touch you and maybe they're using, I don't know, it's just crazy. Because like in my country, I wouldn't even want someone that I don't know touching me on my skin or even on my clothes. I don't know you. Why are you touching me? We are strangers. Do you not know that there are some boundaries that people should have? Do you not know how to respect someone's personal space? You coming and touching a stranger just because they responded to you? It's just crazy, and I felt very sad when I saw these men just sitting there and doing nothing about it. So this shows that black men, not all men, but a good number of black men are okay with black women being verbally assaulted or anyhow being assaulted, and they'll just sit there showing other men it's okay for them to do this. You're giving them a free right, you're giving them a free pass to treat black women as they want, because you're not reacting and you're not doing anything. This man had the audacity to walk up to the door and come back and insult this woman more, because you black men were sitting there and laughing about it. You gave him that courage for him to come back and insult this woman because you're not doing anything. And this actually made him feel like, yeah, it's okay to do this to any black woman, because even black men don't mind. They're actually laughing about it. It's just the same way that we saw James on Fuhad on that podcast where this Caucasian guy was talking ill of black women, and they sat there and laughed about it. And still some men have not yet learned, because I mean, why is this even repeating itself? Why are black men sitting down when a black woman in their presence is being insulted, and you're just gonna sit there and laugh about it? It's quite crazy, guys. And I'd love to know or hear in the comment section, if you're a man, will you have done anything, or do you think this is okay? No matter, like, you know, people are like, we should hear both sides of the story. Like, it does not justify what this man did. It does not justify this man sitting there and laugh as a black woman is being insulted, even if you hear from both sides of the story, especially using racial slurs on a black woman when black men are just sitting there. Let me know what your thoughts are on the comment section, guys. Thank you so much for watching up to this part, and until the next episode, bye.